I'm not as familiar with the American sports, but of course, I'm familiar with Michael Jordan. He was a legend of the game. His talk on the court, not so much why did he taunt his opponent or
He did a lot.
yeah. Again, this is all just confidence. You know, it's hard to be humble when you are the best. You know, it is simple as that. If you have supreme confidence in your ability, if you are outworking, if you are surrounded by your competition and you are looking around and you are better than these people and you are outworking these people and you are outmoving these people, it's hard not to let your confidence take over. It just builds and builds and builds, and I'm sure that was the same with Michael Jordan. And any top level athlete, there's always the same. There's always that hint of arrogance there, that hint of cockiness. You must be insane to your game, you know, and I'm sure that is what he was, and that is what I am as well. I don't know about nothing else. I don't know about other sports. I simply know about fighting. I have tunnel vision to this game. I know about movement, so I definitely have watched some basketball and admire their movement and their explosiveness. Of course, I am familiar with Muhammad Ali. You don't just have him here. He is global. He is the man. Muhammad Ali was a guy that done what had not been done before. Changed the face, not only the face of his game, but the face of the world. You know, he was outspoken. He fought for what he believed in, and that he was charismatic. He was a legend, a hero, and I looked up to him. One of my first heroes was Muhammad Ali. When I was 11 years old, there was a group of people and they tried to attack me, and a fight broke out, and it was just me and one guy before everyone else jumped in on me. But we were fighting each other, and I slipped a punch, and I shuffled my shoulders and said Muhammad Ali and threw a shot, and he rolled under the shot but fell into a knee, and I ended up on top of him. So I'm at the calling myself Muhammad Ali, and I'm punching him in the head, and then somebody came in and tried to kick me, and then a whole group of them came in, and it was just a big fight, but it was me against six of them, and I ended up getting my ass whooped. But
for that first guy, you whipped him out and you said Muhammad Ali.
I done the Ali shuffle. I'm only 11 years old. I done the Ali shuffle, threw a left hook. He rolled under the left hook, which if it was good of him to roll. He saw it coming and rolled under it, but he rolled right into a knee. Yeah, I was prepared. I was studying tape. So no, so definitely Muhammad Ali was a hero of mine. The way he carried himself, and some people have come. I know what I am capable of. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of hate. Is the word? Is the term that's I've heard a lot, but I don't really care. You know, the whole division can hate me. The whole roster can hate me. The whole of America can hate me. I only need one American to love me, and that's Mr. Benjamin Franklin. As long as he loves me, I am good. I don't know. It's been a crazy journey. Like last night, we shut down the Vegas Strip. I'm walking down the Vegas Strip, and there's smoke. Like there's camera. Like it was literally like a scene out of a Hollywood film. There's cameras. There's smoke coming out. There's about 50 Irish people with Irish flags screaming behind me all the way down the Vegas Strip. I'm thinking I was collecting the social welfare about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's absolutely madness. So I like to take it in and be grateful for it and enjoy the ride.
Have you been able to do that? You've been so busy and you've been pulled in so many different directions. Have you been able to step back and kind of analyze these last 2 years?
You know, I enjoy work. I enjoy it. I don't want to be nowhere else. That's what I was saying to my guy yesterday. I was listening to the first episode of Embedded. Jose has his kid and his wife, and they're going to miss him, and he can't wait to be home. I feel better at work. I enjoy work. You know what I mean? So I don't have nothing else but this, and I don't want nothing else but this. So that will be the difference I feel. You know what? I want to be here. I enjoy being here. I don't feel he does.
Are you kind of planning on that going forward? No, like growing family, no marriage, all that stuff. This is going to be your life for the next.
Right now, I am married to the game. I'm married to this game. So I have a girlfriend. I have my family, of course, but I am married to the game right now.
You talked about the welfare that you had been on prior to your first UFC fights and all, and I was wondering if having that experience, having been there in the past, if it keeps you hungry getting what you have now and remembering those things.
100%. Like I said, I don't ever forget about it. I never ever forget. Never ever forget where I came from or what I came through. And definitely keeps me motivated. And one thing that I noticed with other people, maybe when they start getting a taste of the finer things, that's when comfort sets in. But for me, I almost get more uncomfortable the more good things come in, because I must push on and continue and get more. It must be constant.
You talked about the first trip that you had to Vegas. I remember you rode with the Don in the Ferrari. Do you have your own this time around?
No, not yet. We'll see though after this one. I might have 4.
The travels that you had to Brazil, it seemed like the locals were starting to embrace you there a little bit. What was the gist that you got from being in Brazil those few days?
It is what it is. They're passionate people. They want to see their boy win. They want to go at me, they want to fight me as well as I want to fight them. But to be honest, they are passionate people. They enjoy the sport, and it is what it is. They definitely love me. Make no mistake. They might not admit it now, but they will admit it after.
What did you think about their Q&A session there at the big press conference?
I've had a few Q&As with them now. It's not really a Q&A, it's just a verbal onslaught, but I enjoy it, and I give as good as I get.
Did you get a sense how big your opponent is in Brazil?
Not particularly. I got more boos than he got cheers, if that makes sense. So, I don't care about anything like that really, I'm just going to do my business. As far as how big, size-wise, I towered over him. I'm going to maul him. I'm going to go in and just break him down bit by bit. For me, I've never been hurt once in my career. I've never even been phased, or I've never even taken a back step once in my career, on the feet in exchanges. Honestly, it tickles me when the featherweights hit me, It doesn't hurt me one bit. I don't feel nothing. So I'm going to march him down and break him down.
Conor, you talk about you don't forget where you came from. A lot of us don't really know what your life was like when you were a kid. Manny Pacquiao grew up and lived in a cardboard box for a while. And that was literally where he lived. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and sort of where you came from and how life was like for your family as you were growing up?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I was not living in a cardboard box. We lived okay, we got by. No one never had a lot of money, but we done okay. But as a man, it's not about you need to get your own money. And I was 20, 22, 23, 24, and I was just doing this, training, and didn't know what I was going to do really, whether it was going to pay off. And so there's obviously little thoughts in your head that this doesn't pay off, what am I going to do? Am I going to teach fitness classes? I don't want to be doing stuff like that. So I don't know, I just stuck with it, and it paid off for me. But I was not living in a cardboard box like many, my parents done well. They worked hard for me, my mother and my father. They worked hard to give me a good upbringing.
Do you take after them? And second question on that, how did they respond to what we might call your craziness, all your your over the top comments and the stuff that comes around you? How does your family react to that? Do they say that's Conor, or is that like a character that's
No, it's no character. It's no character. That's who I am. I'll speak the truth. I like to have a little bit of fun as well, but it's no character. If the cameras are here, if the cameras weren't here, I am still the same.
You've been having a little fun with Aldo and some of those stare downs, particularly the last one that showed up on Embedded. You were able to hear you kind of prodding at him a bit. Do you feel like you're kind of awakening a sleeping giant at all?
I don't know. I feel fear has a strong stench, and he is reeking of it. So that's it. I simply see fear.
How so? What do you see when you look at it?
Glass. I look. His eyes turn to glass. I honestly think they do think it's a joke, and they do. They think, he must have been looking at my career, coming up and hearing the talk. Oh, it's all talk. 1 KO. No, it's all hype. Another KO. He's just a joke. Another KO.
Your diction, your choice of... Did I interrupt? I apologize. Were you continuing?
No, you can go.
Okay. Your choice of words, where do you get your material?
From my brain.
I mean, any history of extra English classes when you were younger, or where do you think you are so, how did you become so eloquent?
I don't know, I didn't think I was eloquent, but I don't know. I'm speaking.
Conor, what was the deal with the stare down in Brazil? What became of don't touch me, you touch me, you're done? Or what was that whole thing with when you guys were restrictions? Something about, you know, you don't touch me. Did he say that to you, or did you say that to him?
He said absolutely nothing to me. He said nothing to me. He had his opportunity to say something to me. Like I said, they think it's a joke. And then KO after KO after KO after KO. Now I'm here in front of you. It's still a joke. I feel they think it's an act. I honestly feel some of them think it's an act. That's where it fucks them up. They think it's an act. And then we're face to face and I'm ready to go. And there's no cameras around, I'm still ready to go. Backstage, I'm ready to go. And we were face to face and I was ready to go, but nothing was said. So that's okay. As long as you don't say nothing, don't ever mention my name in vain. And you're good.
Besides your skills, what makes you a better fighter than any of the featherweights?
My belief. I have a belief in myself that nobody can stop me.
Jose says that he's not taking this fight any different than he takes any other fight. Do you think that's possible in any way, or do you think he's kind of faking it when he says that he's looking at this as just another fight?
Do you?
No, I don't. I think this is a big fight. He says it's like any other fight. I find that hard to believe.
There's never been nobody like me. I don't care what anyone says, through all this shit. There's never been nobody like me. And he's never experienced nobody like me. Whether he's fought in main events, whether he's fought for belts, it's a completely different experience when you fight me. We're going on a world tour. We're all over the globe. You know what I mean? When you sign to fight me, it's a pressure bubble that surrounds people. And then you've got me in your face about to take your head off. People crumble under it. And everyone has crumbled under it. And when I came face to face, that's why I wanted to come face to face and look him dead in the eye. He crumbled. And not only did he crumbled in his hometown.
What does it mean to you to be a part of this world tour?
It's brilliant to be running the game. You know what I mean? The game that I love. I love this game so much. So it's good to be on top of the mountain.
He said that he studied you, watching your fights. He knows everything about you. He's going to exploit that, I would assume. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I mean, how can you know everything about me? Look back at all my fights. Every single fight, I come out with something new. A new shot, a new reaction. Every single fight. Go through my whole UFC career, you'll see a new shot added. Go through his UFC career, you see the same formula over and over and over again. You see the same reaction over and over and over again. I'll give him that reaction, he'll go into his pattern that he always falls into, and I'll stop him off of that. So let him study, because I will enter the contest formless and fearless. His study will be useless.
Have you studied him? Do you study your opponents?
I used to not really look into them too much, to be honest, but when you're in the UFC, you're watching the events, you see everybody coming up, so I know every shot everyone throws. I know what way they move.
So Aldo's record, he's only been submitted once his entire career, never been stopped by strikes. When you look at that, how do you feel that you can penetrate and be a difference maker in that aspect?
I definitely believe I could submit him too. Who knows? But I feel my power will be too much. I said it before, when I hit them, they fall every single time. Like realistically, looking at like the zombie fight or the Lamas fight, both of them, they left without a scratch. You know what I mean? They were never really hurt. He celebrated that zombie win like he stopped them himself. The guy tore his shoulder and he's running around the octagon celebrating like he stopped him himself in his hometown. He's not going to touch me. I'm going to walk through everything. I could stand there and let him hit me. That's how confident I am. He doesn't have that stopping power. He doesn't have that fight IQ. couple that with the mental game, I will break him.
Talk about that mental warfare. You said that he crumbled in front of his own people. How effective is mental warfare in this game?
Yeah, it's definitely affects you. You know, if it affects the people around you, if it's affecting your teammates, your coach, everyone's emotionally invested into it, that it becomes so big that come fight night it's too big. So it definitely plays a part. But for me, I've been in this since day one. Every fight I've been in this situation. He has not.
Technically, you might not have been very impressed with Jose in that fight against Chad, but he did take some really big shots and come back. But did he at least gain your respect in that sense that this guy isn't going to go away? He's not going to lay down. I mean, I know you feel you hit a lot harder than this, obviously, but he showed some fight in that fight.
Yeah, I showed my respect to a great contest. They slugged it out back and forth. Both men put on a great show. I would have got in the octagon only for he was banged up. But yeah, fair play to him. Thankfully, the fight is in Nevada. Thankfully, we are in a new age of the sport. Thankfully, the Nevada State Athletic Commission are doing out of competition testing. We are not in Brazil now.
You finished many fights in the first round. How do you see this one going?
It will be decided by the first. It will be over by the first. It will be a formality after that. How long? We will see. But it will be wrapped up by the end of the first round.
Conor, you said thankfully it's in Brazil, or it's not in Brazil. Kind of hinting, is that something you think might have played a factor in Aldo's career?
Who knows? But all I know is I am happy that we are here in Vegas, and it's a new time for the sport.
Are you happy about that new time? Obviously, you're referencing it. You don't hear a lot of fighters. I don't even know if a lot of fighters know that July is kind of the mark for that. I'm not aware, but you seem pretty aware of it. Are you happy that's happening?
I'm leading the game into a new area. I'm leading the game now. So I will lead the game in the fight against performance-enhancing drugs as well.
Do you think UFC should have more fighters with your type of personality?
You know, the UFC just don't really need anything. You know, you can't be anybody but yourself. Just be you. Come up and be yourself. You know, if you start trying to be somebody, I see people trying to be like me, trying to dress like me and trying to talk like me, and then at the same time trying to say I'm all talk or I'm a joke. But yet they're following the formula. You know what I mean? But there can be only one, my friend. So the UFC don't need anything. The success of this year has been phenomenal. The time is now. Chapter was record breaking. Welcome to the show. And now the next chapter, the McGregor era. You know, it's been a phenomenal 2015.